Hi friends, I am Yamini and I welcome you back to my astrology channel, the Saffron Box. Okay, so today I shall be talking about a very important house, that is the house of Karma, the 10th house. Okay, and this house is of a lot of importance. You know, after the first house, if you see the order of importance, comes the 10th house. And why so? Because the first house is what you are and the 10th house is what you do, right? And all other things come later. So what you do is what you're known for. Okay. If you do good, you're known for doing good. If you do something untoward, if your karmas are not so good, you're known accordingly, right? So this house, being one of the kendrasthanas, also is of a lot of importance, right? And this house is also the place which shows your status of fame, your position, your power. Okay, what kind of status you'll finally achieve in life. This house talks about all of that. Okay, what's your image in the public, right? Because the fourth house is the house of masses, and the seventh from the fourth is the 10th house. So how are the masses viewing you is what this 10th house is all about. Okay, it shows your it also shows your profession and your career, and why are you in a particular career or in a particular profession. This house tells you all that, right? And this house also tells you how are you connected with people of power and position. And interestingly, this house also, the 10th house is also what shows your shows the position of your boss. So at work, how are you and how is your boss? 10th house tells you that, right? So very important to study the 10th house. And especially if you're dealing with masses as such. Okay, 10th house actually decides what kind of popularity, name, fame and status, or recognition rather, you would get. Yeah. And it also tells you whether you're going to be doing your own work, as in you're going to be self-employed, or you're going to be an employee in an organization. So whether you will be your own boss, or whether you will be working under someone else, it shows you that, right? So the placements in the 10th house very much help us in telling whether a person is going to be successful in making career switches, or sometimes what happens is a lot of people after many years of service, they quit a service and try to look at doing something of their own. So the 10th house and the dashas which are running during that time actually indicate all that, actually tell you whether the person will be successful or not, right? And this house, as per the Kalpurish Kundali, the sign of Capricorn falls in the 10th house, which is ruled by Shani, Saturn. So and Shani, as we know, is the karma faldata. It decides what kind of karma you're going to do and what kind of result you'll get finally, right? So the 10th and the 11th houses both are actually, as per the Kalpurish Kundli, houses of Saturn, right? So 10th house again shows your ambition, shows what kind of practical ideas you would be having, and uh, what kind of how would you move towards success. What's your approach towards work, what's your approach towards your profession. It shows that, right? So whether one gets involved in petty things at work or not, what kind of attitude do you have towards people at work. 10th house tells you that. What kind of environment you like at work. Okay, so some people are completely okay with running here and there, touring jobs, etc. Some people like to be at one place and work from their office. They do not like to move around too much. They would prefer a desk job. Okay, so 10th house tells you all that. Now coming to various planets in the 10th house. Sun in the 10th house is a very good placement. Okay, It gives a lot of strength to the sun as such in the horoscope also. It shows that you command authority at work, and if the other planets are well placed, if the 10th lord is well placed, it shows that you would be gaining name and fame in your workplace, good status as well. Yeah. Moon in the 10th house is a sort of a wavering placement I have seen, till now. Maximum charts which I have seen, and wherever I have seen moon in the 10th house, it shows that the person is not able to sustain one career or one job for very long. So there are a lot of career switches, there are a lot of job changes. Okay, that again depends on the overall strength of moon and the 10th house lord as well. Okay, and Mercury in the 10th house shows that one has to communicate a lot at work. Okay, so you might be in the communication industry, you might be dealing with a lot of people at a time, you might be in PR, etc. Venus in the 10th house shows that one likes a very good and beautiful environment at work. Okay, and it also indicates that you might be, in fact in my experience till now I have seen that usually, if Venus is found in the 10th house, one tends to have more of female bosses than male bosses. Okay, uh, Jupiter in the 10th house, again a good placement, and it shows that you do your work with a good ethical standard. You do not compromise your integrity anywhere at work. Yeah. Mars in the 10th house again shows a tendency to maybe take up careers in military or in the police or a medical profession, etc. Yeah, and a lot of your energy gets absorbed at the workplace itself. Now, Saturn in the 10th house, again a good placement, shows that the person is slow and steady at work. It shows slow, steady, and assured progress. Okay, and sometimes what happens is that the person, is able to achieve their goals or is able to succeed at work a little later in life. So, a late bloomer in their area of work. And it also shows that the person is, at a local level. It may not show that the person is a very renowned leader or head of some organization, but wherever, in whatever sphere the person is, it shows a position of leadership. People usually look up to such people, look up to such natives. Okay, if Saturn is well placed in the 10th house, right? And talking about Rahu and Ketu, the nodes, Rahu in 10th house is very good, especially with people who are in politics or dealing with masses. Ketu in the 10th house again shows some sort of dissatisfaction at work, some sort of dissatisfaction related to your profession. Yeah, so that's about it as of now about the 10th house, and I shall be coming up with the next video which talks about the 11th house. So 10th house is all about your karma, what you do, and 11th house is what you gain out of what you do, the effort and the gain coming from the 11th. Okay, so do keep watching the videos, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel and tap the bell icon under the video. You will get regular notifications whenever I upload some content. Thank you so much. God bless.